All right, I'm starting now.
Good luck, everyone.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us on this chilly November morning for Discover Dallas ISD, which is our virtual expo to kick off our application period for our choice schools. And we have more than 100 programs and schools that offer the best fit for your children. So we're glad that you joined us here today. Buenos días, gracias por reunirse con nosotros en esta mañana un poco friolenta de noviembre. Si quiere escuchar esto en español, por favor, vaya a la parte inferior de su pantalla y encuentre el icono o el símbolo del mundo y pulse en él para poder escuchar todo esto en español. Si no funciona, salga y inténtelo otra vez. Si tiene problemas, por favor, pónganlos en el Q&A, en el QA, que también está en la parte inferior de su pantalla, y los intérpretes responderán a esas preguntas para ayudarlo a conectarse. So thank you so much again for joining us. We have a ton of information for you guys. So let's get started. We're going to look at different programs that we have to offer, and we're also going to look at what the application looks like. I want to remind you that we do have a phone bank with help. People are waiting, and the number is 972-925-5560, and you can call for live help if you have any issues filling out the application after this webinar. And I also want to remind you about the virtual visits that we're going to have after this. Starting at 11:30, we're going to have two sets. One starts at 11:30 and the other one starts at 12:30. And the links for those are on the Choose Dallas ISD page, which is www.dallasisd.org/Choose Dallas ISD. If you would like to visit some schools on the first one and then others on the other one, if you're interested on a variety of programs for your children, then we're giving you a couple opportunities to do that. Now, the application, Keisha, we've Crowder Davis, who's executive director for is it enrollment? I think of you as the queen of enrollment, but that is not your actual title. But this is the same application we had last year, right? This is
the exact same application that we had last year. I'm sorry. Good morning, Dallas ISD families. I want to welcome you as you come in and discover all of the awesome offerings that we have. We hope that you choose Dallas ISD at the end of this webinar. This is the same application, families. We have a one-stop shop application for families to apply to all of the programs that we have in Dallas ISD. Families, you have the option to apply for up to 5 programs, any programs, with only 2 of them being a magnet school. It's very important how you prioritize your choices, because that helps as we go to the lottery and we provide you with information on your acceptance. On the Choose Dallas ISD website, if you go to the home page, there's a schoolhouse and it says Choose Dallas ISD. You're able to click on that link. You're able to search for schools using the school finder. The school finder is set up for families to be able to search 3 ways. The very first option for you families is your neighborhood school. So you're able to search by proximity to your home. The next way for you to search for a school is by grade level and by program. Then once you search for school, you shop for school, you find the school, our Choose Dallas ISD application is sitting right next to the school finder. You're able to apply, upload the required documents, and you have applied for your schools. Jen, would you like to walk our families through? Jen Murillo is here to walk our families and show you what the application looks like very briefly.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I can go ahead and show everyone what that looks like. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so not only is this the same website where we submitted applications for the 21-22 school year, but this is also where parents submitted the registration forms. So if maybe you didn't submit an application, but maybe you registered your child for this school year, you will have an account here and you can just go ahead and log in. Once you log in, you'll see the welcome page. A few important notes up at the top before you begin. It's very important that you select the proper school year up in the top right. Once it's set to 22-23, you'll know you're applying for next school year. If the student is already connected to your account, either because you submitted an application last year, or you submitted the registration forms for this school year, just scroll down to the bottom and you'll see the students tabs, and you'll be able to continue or start the student's application here. If the student is not connected to your account, or maybe they're not current Dallas ISD students, then you can go ahead and come up to the top, click on Let's Begin Application, and it will walk you through how to connect the student to your account and let you proceed with the application. Now, it's very important for current Dallas ISD students to utilize their student ID number once they're being added to this account. The information does need to match exactly how we have it in the system. So if you have a report card, a progress report, or if you have a PowerSchool account, you can take a look to find the student's ID number, their first name and last name, exactly how we have it in the system. So that will include any special characters, any apostrophes, any hyphens in their name, and then their birth date. So once you click or add that information, click agree and continue to application, you'll be able to, and I already started one just to kind of make this a little faster. You will be able to go through each one of the application pages and enter any information that the schools may be requesting. And as Ms. Crowder Davis mentioned, you'll also be able to select the schools here. It does have a map, so you can kind of see what's close to your area if that's something that's important to you. But if you already have the names of the schools that you're wanting to apply to, or once you listen to the information that those schools provide today, you'll be able to just scroll down to the bottom and select the schools. They are in alphabetical order, so you'll just need to search them based on their first name. And on the next page is where you'll actually be able to rank your school selections, as it was previously mentioned. They will default to alphabetical order. So to re-rank them, you'll simply need to drag and move them to whichever order you prefer. And of course, as you can see the menu on the left-hand side, some schools do have additional questions, or some programs do have additional questions. So you will go ahead and just, make sure you complete this application in full, upload any required documents that may be asked of you, such as proof of residence, and we'll speak on those required documents later. So once you have submitted or entered all of that information, you'll do the agreements and signatures page. You'll have one last opportunity to review the entirety of the application, just making sure everything is correct. And then you can submit. And it's as easy as that.
Thank you, Jen, for sharing the Choose Dallas ISD application. How simple is that, families? Very simple. Now we're waiting for all of you to apply. We're going to turn it over back to you, Mary Carmen.
Great. Well, thank you. Yes, and it is, we had a session last year before the beginning of the year where we help people enroll. And if I can enroll people, you can enroll your kids, because it is that easy. So try it. And if, again, I want to remind you, if you have any issues, if you get to a point of the application where you don't know what to do, how to answer, you need information, you don't know where to find it, call our number, which is 972-925-5560, and we have live help for you to help you with the application. And they'll be there until 2 p.m. today. So they'll be there while we're having the virtual tours of the programs and the schools. And they'll be, I mean, we'd love for you to stay here, but with us. But if you feel like you've heard enough and you want to go fill out the application, they'll be there for help too. Para los que nos están escuchando en español, quiero decirles, repetirles que para escuchar esta presentación en español, vayan a la parte inferior de su pantalla y encuentren el símbolo del mundo y ahí pulsen ahí para poder escucharlo en español. Si no encuentra ese símbolo o si tiene alguna dificultad, por favor, vaya a nuestra página a nuestra cuenta de Facebook en español, porque también lo estamos transmitiendo por ahí en español. Así que esa es otra opción si lo del mundo no funciona. So just wanted to also remind you about the virtual visits, 11:30, 12:30. You can visit as many as you want at either time. But now we're going to get started with some of our programs so we can tell you what they are. If you haven't made a decision, if you're still exploring, we'll definitely give you some information today. If you have any questions, and some of you have already started putting them in there, please do in the Q&A, and we will answer them towards the end of the presentation. We have a ton of experts that can answer any of your questions, so please put them in there and we'll get to them. If we don't get to all of them, we will definitely add them to the FAQ if they're not already there. And for some of you who are asking about getting this email to you, we won't be emailing it, but we will have the recording available to you in the Choose Dallas ISD page, which is www.dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD, and it'll be on there probably by Monday. So we have many options for you to get all this information. Now I'm going to share a video for one of our programs, and that will be the introduction.
PTECs are a combination of high school, college, and industry working together to help prepare students for the future of their choice. We sold PTEC as a game changer. We enlisted lots of community members, all united to help us fulfill this big, hairy, audacious goal to change educational outcomes and living wage opportunities for children in the Dallas area. And we're excited that PTEC didn't just promise to be a game changer, we delivered. We now have over 90 industry partners that support our students in their day-to-day work. The first class of PTEC students, along with our traditional early college high school students, 628 of those students walked the stage, and we achieved 72% of our students completing their degrees. And let's talk about our industry partners. We have increased internship opportunities for our students significantly. In the summer of 21, over 400 students worked in paid internships where the average salary was $17.50. And the estimated potential earnings that our students made in one summer was over $1.6 million. Dallas ISD didn't just promise to be a game changer, we delivered through the PTEC program.
Excellent. So now if we can have our PTEC representative tell us about the program.
All right. Good morning, Dallas ISD, parents, students, and stakeholders. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to learn more about our choice programs across Dallas ISD. My name is Cheryl Nevels, and I'm the proud executive director for PTEC. and early college programs. If you're wondering what is PTech, PTech is an acronym that stands for Pathway in Technology, Early College High School. This is a high school in which students have the opportunity to earn upwards of 60 college credit hours free of charge. The program also has specific interest pathways that lead to an associate's degree. These programs exist across Dallas due to a partnership between the high school, Dallas College, and industry partners. Across Dallas, we're excited that we have 18 pathways in technology early college high schools. And so we also have the traditional early college high schools most of those are blue ribbon high schools. What do we promise? If your child attends a PTech and or an early college high school, we promise that your child will walk away, of course, with a high school diploma. They'll receive graduation endorsements. They have opportunities for free college credit, four-year university scholarships, career opportunities, and much, much more. Currently, there are 25 high schools across the district that offer PTechs and or early college programs. This provides an opportunity for true choice because students can choose the pathway of interest and have confidence that they will receive free college credit hours, free textbooks, and free transportation to the PTech and or early college high school of their choice. If you're asking what are those pathways of interest, we offer multiple pathways. We offer pathways of interest in allied health, business, criminal justice, engineering, gaming, hospitality, technology, and much, much more. The PTech program touts that we have partnerships, again, between the high school, college, and industry. This ensures that our students have the opportunity to not just earn the free college credit hours, but they also have the opportunity to interact with industry, to develop those workplace skills through engagement experiences, mentoring, and internships with industry. To date, we're excited to announce that we have partnered with over 90 industry partners. In the video, you heard that through this partnership, over 400 students have participated in internships just this past summer, and they were able to earn upwards of $1.6 million with hourly wages ranging between $17 and $21. And following those internships, we're excited that 11 of our students were offered full-time jobs. We're extremely proud of the fact that last year in 2020, 628 of our students earned an associate's degree. And this past year, well, not past year, but in 2021, 910 of our students walked away with the associate's degree and high school diploma. But more importantly, more than 1,200 students earned upwards of 45 college credit hours or more. If you're interested in PTech and or early college programs, please don't delay. Visit dallasisd.org and select PTech and early college programs. I promise we have room to serve your child. Thank you, and we're available if you have any additional questions.
Great. Thank you so much. That was very helpful. And the PTech programs are certainly really good programs to look at for high school. They're recognized and excellent. So, and I see that there's a lot of questions about those. So we'll definitely get Ms. Nevels to answer them later on. Right now, we're going to share a video about our next program, which also addresses needs at the high school level.
Graduate high school with a career. Students have the opportunity to enjoy the benefits of attending their home campus and earning industry standard certifications at one of 3 Dallas ISD career institutes. While gaining experience from real-world professionals, students still get to participate in sports and extracurricular activities at their home campus. During morning or evening sessions, every other day, students receive free transportation to and from their campuses to learn key values companies desire: hard work, integrity, determination, and personal responsibility. Join other game-changing students at the Dallas ISD Career Institutes to begin your journey toward a high-demand, high-wage job today.
Great. So now, if our Career Institute's representative can tell us a little bit more about this program and how it benefits our students.
Absolutely. Thank you for allowing us to present today. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jean Laswell. I'm the Career Institute North Director, representing all 3 of our Career Institutes today. The purpose of Career Institutes is to provide students from all the comprehensive high schools an opportunity to pursue careers in programs that they may not have offered on their current high school campus. So students have an opportunity to participate in a 4-course program of study that they earn a certification each year of the program. So by the time they graduate, they can earn anywhere from 4 to 6 certifications to prepare them for work either right out of high school or to work as they attend college or post-secondary institutions while earning a living as well. So one of the things that we like to share with our people as we recruit is letting them know how much students enjoy coming to a facility where all of the work is hands-on and they're actually learning state-of-the-art equipment and preparing for the industry by learning from industry professionals. So all of our teachers have experience in the area that they're teaching for the industry, as well as they have teaching experience now as well. So moving on to our next slide, please. So in Career Institute North, we support 5 high school campuses, comprehensive high school campuses: Conrad, Hillcrest, North Dallas, Thomas Jefferson, and W.T. White. The current programs of study there at our North Campus is aviation flight for those interested in becoming a pilot or a drone operator. We have architecture and interior design programs, as well as construction, electrical, HVAC, and plumbing. We offer cybersecurity and next year software development as well. And then we offer mechatronics, which is an advanced manufacturing robotics combination course that teaches students and prepares them for the engineering technician pathway. Next slide, please. At Price Career Institute South, Adrian Jones is the director at the campus there, and that supports a number of high schools, including Adamson, Carter, Kimball, Molina, Roosevelt, South Oak Cliff, Sunset, Pinkston, and Wilmer Hutchins this year. The current programs of study include, again, aviation flight, architecture and interior design, and our construction programs, electrical, HVAC, and plumbing, cybersecurity and software development, and mechatronics, but they also include patient care technician and pharmacy technician. So students who are interested in the health sciences area, this is an opportunity for you. Next slide, please. At Career Institute East, we have Kina Eberhardt, who is our director. She supports Bryan Adams, Lincoln, Spruce, Samuel, Woodrow Wilson, and Madison high schools. So at that particular campus, they also have all of the courses that we mentioned above with the inclusion of the health sciences, but they do not include aviation flight or mechatronics at that location. And in the soon and near future, we will also open up a 4th Career Institute to help support our campuses. We look forward to your consideration for career institutes. If your student is interested in learning a career and obtaining credentials right out of high school to go to work, we look forward to talking with you after the program today. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for for your presentation. And the Career Institutes are really cool. And it's a new program and it's already very successful. So if your child is interested in any of these, definitely check them out. And just as a reminder, we're going to have the virtual tours at 11:30 and then at 12:30. And you don't have to stay for the whole hour at one of the programs. You can go in and out, so you can look at however many you want to look at, how many programs you're interested in. So definitely take advantage of that opportunity. And the links are found at the page where you registered, www.dallasisd.org/choose-ISD. And next we have our early learning programs, which are our pre-K programs, and we're going to look at a video of those programs.
A child's brain develops faster during ages 0 through 5 than at any other time, especially when exposed to high-quality, enriching learning experiences. Pre-K programs are essential in teaching children social skills, emotional development, and academic readiness. Dallas ISD pre-K programs provide an environment for children to explore, learn with peers, and build self-confidence.
I feel like pre-K has boosted my daughter's confidence. Ever since coming here, she's reading better, she's recognizing her words and letters better, and she's even helping her little brother learn.
In a Dallas ISD pre-K classroom, children's literacy skills are nurtured in a language-rich environment. Teachers help children strengthen these important literacy skills by introducing new vocabulary during daily read-aloud time, having children talk about books, learn rhymes, sing, and practice language use through two-way conversations with others.
We have a lot of fun in a classroom.
To build critical thinking, teachers engage students through asking thought-provoking questions to give children opportunities to express ways of thinking. Let's not forget about creative movement and art expression. Both give children additional opportunities to build confidence.
I would tell a family that pre-K is awesome, it's super important, and they should definitely get their kids enrolled as soon as possible.
Give the gift of a brighter future. Enroll your child in Dallas ISD pre-K today.
Great. So I think we have Yesenia who can speak about early learning, and then we'll come back to some information about student activities. So Yesenia, are you ready?
Yes. So good morning. My name is Yesenia Ramirez. I am the director in early learning that oversees pre-K enrollment and registration. So here I'm going to talk a little bit about pre-K. So we know that a child's brain development happens from the time that the child is born, from infancy up until they're 5 years old. 5 years old is already kindergarten here for us. So it's really important that we take the opportunity and time to be able to support the instructional learning environment, social development between the ages of pre-K 3 and pre-K 4. So why is pre-K important? So I mentioned earlier about the child development that happens between the ages, but I noted pre-K is important academically, but it's also important. It helps in gain confidence, make decisions, help in socialization, the interaction with other students. And we know that students that do attend pre-K in Dallas ISD outperform the students that do not attend pre-K at all. So it's really great to ensure that we take that advantage of that age group or that age time in between pre-K 3 and pre-K 4, so they are kindergarten ready. So we offer an array of free tuition, scholarship tuition, and base tuition that will, tuition base that we'll get a little bit more further down the line. But there is a thing, so we got to make sure that we are identifying a child that they are 3 years old on or by September 1st. Or 4 years old on or before September 1st to be in pre-K 3 or pre-K 4. So for our transformation schools and magnet schools, we have an array of different types of programs, like Mari Carmen had actually mentioned earlier. As you can see in our top row, we have Onesimo Hernandez, Ida B. Wells, Prestonwood, which opened up this school year, and Eduardo Mata are our four Montessori school through our transformational. At the row at the bottom, we have a different set of schools. We have PO Preparatory, Sam Houston. We have the West Dallas STEM School that would actually open up for the first time August of this upcoming school year. And then we have the Biomedical School that will also be opening up in the upcoming school year. Those are the two new schools to our transformation that will be opening up in August. We're super excited. But so the next form we have is we have three more sets of transformation school. We have Martin Luther King. We have Solo Prep for Girls, which is just for girls. And we have Solo Prep for Boys, which is just for boys. The schools I had just mentioned on this slide and the previous slide are all lottery based. So as mentioned, you apply for your transformation school of choice. Like Keisha mentioned earlier, you have a choice of up to 5. And you actually get through a lottery base, and that's how your child gets selected. As you can see on this particular set and on the previous slide, every school has a different grade level. Some start at pre-K 3, and then some start as pre-K 4, as seen on this particular slide. Our next two specialized schools are actually our magnet schools. Both of these schools are actually Montessori. We have Dealey and we have Harry Stone that start at pre-K 4 and go all the way to 8th grade. These have an academic requirement. So you'll get more information once your child, you apply, and they'll seek you out with additional information. Again, we have an array of different type of programs. It is really based on what do you think is best for your child, whether it's a single gender school, Montessori, whatever you think is best for your child, we have a great selection for your schools. So how do you apply? 3 easy steps. So step number 1, you actually, you can apply today at any choice program as listed on the website we have here. Step number 2 is beginning of March, you receive an acceptance letter that you actually accept or decline to be able to attend the school, and you have a 10-day window. And step 3, which is really important, starting on April 1st, you're going to submit an online pre-K registration. So again, step number 1 is you apply for your choice school today, and that's the website. Step number 2, in March, you'll receive a letter whether you accept or deny the offer within a 10-day window. And step number 3, which starting April 1st, you will actually be able to register your child for pre-K. So registration is important. So there's ways for pre-K whether you're able to qualify for free, scholarship, or tuition base. In order to qualify for free pre-K, we have the Texas Education Agency, or we call TEA guidelines, and you can just need to qualify for any of these. So for example, if you are the free reduced family that receives Medicaid, SNAP, or TANF, that's automatically a qualifier. If the child does not speak English or speaks any other language other than English, there's an assessment. If the family is homeless, if the child has ever been in foster care, or is the child a dependent of an active military. So as you see here, these are the state guidelines and you can qualify for free pre-K. But if you don't qualify by the state, then we have a Dallas ISD pre-K scholarship. There are 3 bullets in how you can qualify. So it's based on the student with historical academic needs that we have identified here in the district, which currently is African American. 2, we have an expanded curriculum bracket that you can get qualified. Or 3, if it's a native English speaker, but you feel that your child needs to be evaluated in the English language, then we can do that upon the parent request. So those are the 2 options you'll be able to qualify for free. But if you're not able to qualify for free, we do offer tuition in the selected schools, except for the magnet schools. And our tuition rate is still pending for the upcoming school year, but we have that option for your family and your child to be able to come to Dallas ISD in any of our choice schools. So if you have any additional questions on how to qualify, how to register, how can your child attend pre-K, please call us at our hotline, which is 214-932-7735. Or if you're a texter like me, you can actually text pre-K to the number listed on the screen, or you can actually email us, or you can visit our website, and actually we have a QR code that you can actually use your app and actually It'll take you directly to our pre-K website. And I said, if you have any additional questions, whether how you apply to a choice school or just need more information about pre-K, pre-K programs across the district, please let us know. We'll be more happy to assist.
Thank you. And that is the cutest QR code ever with the little dinosaur. I just wanted to point that out.
Thank you. Thank you. It is pre-K.
True. So thank you so much for that information. And our pre-K programs are excellent and recognized regionally, if not nationally. So definitely something to look at and give your kids, get them ahead of the curve of other kids. So now we're going to look at something that I skipped earlier, which is the student activities. We have, whether you're attending a neighborhood school or other schools, one of these choice schools, we have a lot of student activities for your children, because we believe that students, to be successful, we need to look at the whole child, and these activities give them a lot of skills that we call soft skills that will help them be successful in life and in their studies. We have academic UIL, chess, destination imagination, which is super fun. The Low Star Challenge, debate, we have them all in all grade levels. So it's definitely one of those things that that we offer, that because we're a big district and we have really great competitions. We have them every year. And it's something that we often go to regional competitions, state, national. So it is definitely an advantage if you're not already a student in Dallas ISD and haven't experienced some of these activities. I do encourage you to join us so that you can experience them, or your children can experience them. They are really fun and challenging. And now we're going to look at athletics really quick before we go on to our next topic. But we offer athletics, sports at we offer PE in all of our grade levels, and in middle school we offer some sports. High school, and we also have in academies and camps for some of these sports. We offer them at the 22 comprehensive high schools and 31 middle schools. And one thing to note is that because of UIL rules, you would have, if your children go to a magnet school, for example, they're interested in the sports, they would be involved in sports in what would be their home school, their home high school. And that is a question that if you're interested in the magnet schools, that you can ask about how the sports work in the virtual tours that we're going to have at 11:30 and 12:30, if that is something that is of interest to you. And I think that's all we have for athletics, but we are very competitive, and we do often end up in regional contests for athletics. And now we're going to move on to our next program, which is really cool, and it is really one of the best in the country, and definitely in the region. So let me share a video about our dual language program.
Dallas ISD can put your student on the path to reading, writing, and speaking 2 languages proficiently and learning about 2 cultures. In a dual language program, your student can excel academically while fostering linguistic and cultural diversity through the learning of 2 languages. In a dual language program, your student will bring his or her home language to the school setting, which enriches the linguistic experience of all students. Your student will feel proud as he or she engages in a myriad of activities that build upon linguistic repertoire. And those who continue on the pathway toward bilingualism and biliteracy have more opportunities to advance in the global economy. This opportunity is open to all children in pre-K through 12th grade. Apply at dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD.
Fantastic. So now to tell us a little bit more about this program, we have Richie Heffernan, who is over the program, and he can tell us more about the two-way dual language and how this will benefit your students in the long run through their academic career here in Dallas ISD.
Thank you, Mari Carmen. Good morning, everybody. I'm Richie Heffernan. I am the Executive Director of the Dual Language ESL Department here in Dallas ISD. And I am so excited to talk to you today about our dual language program. We hope you'll choose the program that's best for your child, and we hope that that program is dual language. Next slide, please. So today we're going to talk about some of the benefits that your children can expect to experience in the dual language program. As parents, we want to make sure that whatever program we choose for our child will have lifelong benefits. By choosing dual language, you're choosing that your child achieves high academic performance, sharpens problem-solving skills, builds intercultural understanding, continues on a trajectory for higher earning potential, and is bilingual, biliterate, and ready to thrive in a global environment. We have two programming options available to our students. The first option is at our elementary level. It's available at 72 different campuses district-wide. Students are in classrooms where 50% of the class includes native Spanish speakers and 50% are native English speakers. This allows students to maximize their language development through bilingual partnerships with classmates. No previous Spanish experience is required to enter this program in pre-K, K, or first grade. Next slide, please. Looking at the instructional day, we can see that in pre-K through first grade, 70% of the instruction is in Spanish, focusing on reading language arts, science, and social studies. 30% is in English, focusing on math. In second grade, all the way up through fifth grade, the program transitions to 50% Spanish and 50% English. Reading language arts is taught equally in Spanish and English. Science and social studies continue to be taught in Spanish, and math continues to be taught in English. The other programming option available to our students is at the secondary level. It's available at 8 middle schools and 5 high schools. The student population includes both native Spanish speakers as well as native English speakers. Previous Spanish experience is required to enter this program due to the rigorous coursework and language levels. Let's take a quick look at what this program looks like in 6th through 12th grade. Students take 2 courses in Spanish, 1 core content course in Spanish, for example, algebra, biology, US history, and then 1 Spanish LOT course, which is a traditional Spanish instruction course that many of us remember taking in middle school and high school. The remaining classes are taken in English. Local and state assessments are still taken in English. Here is a sample of the courses offered in our secondary dual language middle school and high schools. Notice that the courses offered within our program include on-level courses, honors courses, and AP courses. Students in this program have an opportunity to take rigorous courses while continuing to develop their Spanish language skills. So thank you for your time today. We hope that you'll choose Dallas ISD's dual language program. Please feel free to reach out with any programming questions. We'd be more than happy to help.
Great, thank you so much. And we're getting your questions and we will get to your questions, definitely. We're just doing some of the presentations now. And at the end, we will answer your questions. I do want to make a quick announcement where we're having some technical issues with the phones. And for the 972-925-5560, but we are working on those and they should be available pretty soon. And we apologize for the inconvenience, but we will definitely have those working and have people ready to answer your questions. Now this is not a program, but it is definitely a great thing that we have. I'm going to show you a video about some of the work that we've been doing with our bond program. We're building new schools. We are renovating some of our older schools, and it's great work that we're doing to make sure that your students not only have the best programs available, but that they can learn in the best environment possible. So we are making renovations and additions. Our Bond 2020 program, it's 3.5 billion, and you're probably seeing all the construction as you drive by our schools. Eventually, the construction will yield beautiful new schools and additions. So let me show you a little bit of what we're doing in this video. Great. So you see a lot of really nice looking schools that have been not repurposed, renovated, and brought up to higher standards in like energy efficiency and that kind of thing. So we're very excited about all the schools and the new schools. So it's definitely an advantage of joining Dallas ISD if you're not already a student here. Now I would like to share a video about our magnet programs, and then we'll talk about what we have to offer in that area.
Your student can achieve more in a Dallas ISD magnet program. These schools of choice offer unique opportunities and experiences. Your student has access to college preparatory courses and specialized thematic curricula that investigate today's career choices. Magnet school programs include visual arts, talented and gifted, leadership, STEM, communications, and much more. Your student can pursue academic pathways based on his or her individual interests and learning style. And magnet school graduates go on to be leaders and innovators in college and beyond. Choose a Dallas ISD magnet school and its high-quality, diverse programs for your scholar. Apply at dallasisd.org/choose-DallasISD.
Great. So now to learn more about our magnet programs, I believe Nancy Rubio will be talking about those.
Yes. Good morning, families. My name is Nancy Rubio. I'm the magnet coordinator within the Centralized Enrollment and Magnet Department, and I'm happy to be here helping you explore our district magnet school options. Next slide. Magnet programs are one of the many high-quality school choice options offered by Dallas ISD. Magnet schools are theme-oriented courses of study that provide students with in-depth experience in specific areas of interest such as STEM, fine arts, TAG, Montessori, leadership, and multiple careers. All magnet schools have selective admission criteria and have traditionally served underrepresented populations with specific focus on ethnic diversity. Next slide. Magnet schools serve students pre-K through 12th grade. We have 27 magnet programs. Most of our elementary schools are multi-level schools. From left to right, we have two pre-K through 8th grade schools, which are George Bannerman Dealey Montessori and International Academy, and Harry Stone Montessori and IB World School. We also have JP Stark STEAM, Jesus Morales Expressive Arts for grades 4 through 8. We have 7 talented and gifted programs, 6 within the elementary magnet schools. On the far upper right, we have School for the Talented and Gifted in Pleasant Grove, which is a tag and two-way dual language magnet school. On the bottom left-hand side, we have Trinity Heights, Talented and Gifted for grades 1st through 8th grade, Mark Twain School for the Talented and Gifted for kinder through 5th grade, KB Polk School for the Academically Talented and Gifted, which is also a fine arts magnet, Sudie Williams Talented and Gifted Academy, and William B. Travis Vanguard Academy for academically talented and gifted students. Next slide, please. Our middle school programs for 6th through 8th grade include W.E. Greiner Exploratory Arts, O.W. Holmes Humanities and Communications, W.H. Atwell Law Academy, Dallas Environmental Science Academy, Alex W. Spence Talented and Gifted, which is the 7th tag program, and Henry W. Longfellow Career Explorations. We also have 2 6th through 12th grade single gender leadership schools, which are Barack Obama Male Leadership and Irma Rangel Young Women's Leadership Academy. Next slide, please. Our high school options, 9th through 12th grade schools include Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts, Skyline Career Development Center, and we have 6 high school magnets within Townview Center. Those schools are Judge Barefoot Sanders Law Magnet, School of Science and Engineering, School of Health Professions, Rosie Sorrell School of Education and Social Service, School of Business and Management, and School for the Talented and Gifted. Next slide. The main difference between magnet schools and other choice programs is magnet schools have eligibility requirements. Students must meet a minimum grade point average and test score minimum. The minimum grade point average for talented and gifted schools and the science and engineering magnet is an 80 cumulative GPA grade point average. All other programs require a 75 cumulative grade point average. The minimum test score requirement to meet eligibility is 70th percentile for the talented and gifted schools and the School of Science and Engineering. All other programs require the 40th percentile. This year, the test that we are requesting for students to meet eligibility is the Spring 2021 Star Reading and Math, or the Fall 2021 Beginning of the Year Map Reading and Math test. For students who are enrolled in Dallas ISD, the MAP test they took in September is the most recent and what we are looking for with the MAP test for reading and math. If your child does not have any test scores and is enrolled in Dallas ISD, they can be request to be tested at their home campus, at their enrolled campus. If a student does not attend Dallas ISD and does not have any test scores, you may sign up your child to be tested through the school they are applying to. We also have an alternate test list, a list of tests that we take for students that reside outside of Dallas ISD, and that is listed on our Dallas ISD webpage, dallasisd.org/magnet. Next slide, please. Applicants who meet the eligibility requirements described will move to the next step of the application process, which is the on-campus assessment. They will receive an email notification from the magnet school they applied for to inform them of their assessment appointment. Students who complete the on-campus assessment and score at least a 70 on the assessment will be included in the selection process. With the selection process, 30% of the seats are awarded district-wide by rank ordering applicants based on the applicant's overall assessment score. For example, if a school has 150 seats for 9th grade, 30% of those seats, which is 45, would go to in-district students who score highest on the on-campus assessment. The remaining 70%, which is 105 seats, are divided up among the district's high school feeder patterns. We do also have a sibling rule and a sibling preference, which applies to our elementary and middle school applicants and applies to applicants with siblings who are currently attending the same school. The sibling rule applies to the Montessori programs where qualified siblings are placed after the 30% process I described. The sibling preference applies to all other elementary and middle school programs where we award an additional 5 points to the student's overall assessment. Next slide, please. I know I have given you a substantial amount of information, so I do want to encourage you to visit our upcoming virtual expos, to visit directly with our magnet schools and get even more detailed information about the application process and the assessment process. You may also visit dallasisd.org/magnet. We have great resources and links to guide you through the application process, including available seats and open house dates. If you need assistance in applying, please contact our hotline. And you can also email us at magnetschools@dallasisd.org. Thank you again for having me. Thank you for your attention and have a great afternoon.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Our magnet programs are, I think we were one of the first districts to have these kinds of magnet programs, and they have only continued to grow and get better since we started them. So definitely one of the great things about living in our area in Dallas ISD attendance zone, because you have access to these great programs. And 2 of our schools in the magnet program are recognized nationally as some of the top schools in the country, often every year, pretty much. So that's great. You can be part of that too. We're gonna look at a brief look at visual and performing arts before we move on to our last program. We have a lot of options for students because, again, we're looking at the whole student. We want to make sure that we give them the skills and we give them the opportunities to explore all the things that interest them. And the arts are part of that. We have band, we have orchestra, choir, music, dance, theater, arts, and not just that our magnet schools that are specialized in arts or our choice schools that have that as part of their program. We have all these offerings at all of our schools, including our neighborhood schools, and children really blossom and find out about themselves and what they can do when they participate in these programs. So it's really, I highly recommend that you look into those programs. And we also have after school activities that work with these programs. So definitely something to look at as you become part of our district. If you're not already a student here, we will be happy to welcome you. And now I'd like to share a video about our next program, which is our transformation and choice schools.
Imagine a school designed with your child in mind. That is exactly what Dallas ISD's transformation schools do. These new transformation campuses are designed around innovative instructional models such as exploratory arts, leadership, Montessori, STEM and STEAM, personalized learning, technology and project-based learning, and urban planning, architecture, and environmental science. Transformation schools aim to provide a best-fit educational experience for every student. These schools are open enrollment, which means they're open to all students, no matter where they live. Plus, there are no academic entry requirements. Students are selected for enrollment through a randomized lottery, and transportation is provided within district boundaries. If you are a parent who dreams of finding a school tailored to your child's unique abilities, choose a Dallas ISD Transformation School. Apply at dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD.
Great. So who is here from OTI to tell us about all these wonderful programs? Is it Nicole, Elena?
Good morning. Good morning, Dallas ISD families and our future families. I'm Nicole Bixby. I'm a director in the Office of Transformation and Innovation, and we're so excited to be with you today. Our goal is to provide best fit schools for all of our Dallas ISD families. Our transformation schools are open enrollment campuses designed around various instructional models, such as Montessori, STEAM, STEM, single gender, personalized learning, and IB. There are no academic entry requirements at our campuses, and we offer transportation as long as you live within the Dallas ISD boundaries. Our online applications are accepted annually, November through January, and students are selected through a lottery. The offers are generated based on the number of seats available in each grade level, the student's priority group, and the randomly assigned lottery number. Research shows that socioeconomically diverse schools offer better learning environments for all students, no matter their backgrounds. The Office of Transformation and Innovation has adopted this approach for several of our transformation schools. For designated 50-50 socioeconomic diverse schools, students are entered either into the economically disadvantaged lottery or the non-economically disadvantaged lottery. This is based on the student's socioeconomic status. Next slide, please. Thank you. So now we're going to take a look at some of our transformation schools. So this first slide includes our elementary campuses, and some of these campuses actually build to middle school as well. So if you take a look to the boxes to the side of the logos, you will see the grade levels that are currently being offered at the campuses, as well as the grade levels that some of these schools will eventually build to. So our first group of campuses is Montessori. Our Montessori schools include multi-age grouping, uninterrupted work cycles, guided choice of work, prepared environments, hands-on materials, and social emotional learning. Families have 4 Montessori choices. You can choose Eduardo Mata Montessori, Downtown Montessori at Ida B. Wells Academy, Montessori Academy at Hernandez, as well as Prestonwood Montessori at Edie Walker. We also have personalized learning options for our elementary students. Personalized learning puts students in the driver's seat of their own learning. Students at personalized learning campuses, such as PL Prep at Sam Houston, are self-directed learners. They can choose what, how, when, and where they learn. We have a personalized learning pathway that allows students at personalized learning elementaries to continue their PL journey into secondary by attending Ignite Middle School as well as IDEA High School. Thank you. Next slide.
Good morning. I'm Shakitha Butler, also a director in the Office of Transformation and Innovation, and we are excited to announce one of our newest transformation schools, the Medical District Biomedical Campus, which will launch next fall 22. This campus will be located on UT Southwestern's Medical Center campus. It will open with pre-K through first grade with plans to build out to 8th grade, adding a grade level each year. Our partnership with UT Southwestern will engage our students with hands-on experience and field trips to the UT Southwestern Simulation Center. Also next fall, we are launching pre-K through first grade at the West Dallas STEM School. This school will offer project-based learning, coding, and robotics. This campus is a unique partnership with Toyota, SMU, and the West Dallas community. The campus has highly engaged partners who are working with families and students in all areas. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Arts Academy provides students with opportunities to explore dance, visual arts, piano, orchestra, and theater. They will add 7th grade in the fall of 2022 and build out to 8th grade. At Dallas Hybrid Prep, students attend classes virtually 3 days a week and in person on campus 2 days per week. The campus instruction is enhanced by gamification and project-based learning. Our solar campuses are single gender campuses to provide students with a STEAM experience in which their confidence and individuality are nurtured and fostered with the importance of inclusive society. Next slide. HOSI STEAM, these are our middle school options. If you're interested in science, technology, engineering, art, and math, HOSI STEAM is an excellent choice for your scholar. HOSI STEAM students engage in hands-on activities such as robotics, experiments, coding, and the deep problem solving necessary to prepare students for careers that are in high demand. This past August, we opened Dr. Frederick D. Haynes Global Preparatory Academy at Paul Quinn College. Next year, the school will offer grades 6 through 8 and will build out to 12th grade. This campus is Dallas' only campus that is located on a historically Black college university campus, and Global Haynes Prep experience a learning that is inspiring because it provides students a college-growing atmosphere and a vibrant learning community. Ignite Middle School is our middle school virtual campus, our middle school personalized learning campus. These scholars participate in real world projects, and it's a part of the personalized learning pathway. These students have an opportunity to participate in diverse electives and interest-based clubs. Next slide.
Good morning. My name is Elena Bates in the OTI office, and I'm here to talk to you about our 3 transformation high schools. At the Innovation Design Entrepreneurship Academy, our one-of-a-kind students receive one-of-a-kind education, continuing their personalized learning journey. IDEA High School facilitates a personalized learning experience that's tailored to each of our students' needs. Scholars participate in internships that help prepare them for life after high school. Teachers embed habits of entrepreneurship into classes, ensuring our students of today become the innovators and entrepreneurs of tomorrow. City Lab High School is located in the heart of downtown. Students use the city of Dallas as an extension of the classroom. City Lab students gain real-world experience while participating in community problem solving with professional and industry partners. Students explore their city and communities through the lens of one of 3 pathways, including architecture, urban planning, or environmental sustainability. Students may earn college credit through advanced placement courses and dual credit from university partnerships with the University of Texas at Arlington and University of Texas at Austin. New Tech High School is an innovative campus for students to engage in project-based learning. New Tech scholars engage in problem solving, critical thinking, and collaboration. Technology and creativity are key components in the student learning experiences here at New Tech High School. It's a great fit for students looking for authentic experiences that involve real-world application of concepts and skills. As we take a look at our innovation neighborhood schools, we always want to promote that your first choice is your neighborhood campus. Neighborhood schools provide the options of an innovative instructional model, maintaining the existing attendance boundaries. Students living outside of the attendance zones may request transfers for these campuses. As you can see, the instructional models, we've talked about before through our transformation schools, are also embedded in our innovation schools, along with new, one-of-a-kind models like novel engineering, global service learning, expeditionary learning, and others. So we hope that you engage in these sessions after ours this afternoon and come back and see some of our schools at the Choose Dallas ISD website. Thank you for your time today, families.
Thank you so much, Elena, Nicole, and everyone else who shared information about all these great schools. These are also growing. I mean, like every time I turn around, there's a new OTI school opening, but that is really fantastic. I do want to, before we move on to questions, I did want to remind you of a couple of things. We're gonna have on next weekend, it's next weekend already, on the November 13th and December 4th, we're gonna have similar virtual expos like this, but we're going to divide them by grade level. So if you have questions that are specific for elementary school, we'll have those from at 9 a.m. If middle school programs, 10, and at 11 for high school programs, because we do have different programs, as you just saw, for the different grade levels. So definitely register and join us for those on November 13th, and then again on December 4th. And we will do a more thorough walkthrough of the application at each of those, so that you can, because we do have a lot of questions about where to find grades and that kind of thing. So we will definitely have those. And we've been answering some of your questions in the Q&A in writing, but we have also pulled some of those to answer live, and we'll do that in a second. I don't know if you're aware that Dallas ISD is offering free internet opportunity, and I wanted to bring that up because it's a really great opportunity and can be a great cost savings. Some Dallas ISD families can get this free high-speed internet to support students at home through our Operation Connectivity initiative. And if we're starting it for the 2021-2022 school year, the deadline to apply for this is November 15th, and there on the screen is a QR code, not as cute as the one for early childhood, but very serviceable. So definitely take advantage of this opportunity, and you can find more information at dallasisd.org/free internet, or call the Operation Connectivity or the Connectivity Hotline at 972-925-6000. And so now we're going to have our panel of experts answer some of the questions that have been coming in. And a very popular question has been about transportation. So which programs offer transportation and which do not offer transportation if you apply and are accepted at the program? Keisha, I don't know if it's such a general question, you might want to.
I'll take that one. Transportation is provided to all of our choice programs. So transportation is provided for our magnet schools, our transformation schools, our PTech schools, but transportation is not provided for students who are applying for a dual language school that is not their home school, that is a student transfer. So transportation is provided for in-district students, for students applying to our choice programs.
Excellent. So I hope that answers that question, but definitely if that did not answer the question, you can go to the virtual expo links and join that and ask that school in particular that you're interested in, if transportation is offered for that program or not. And actually, I think this may be also for you. Will you give more information about how applications are reviewed and student applicants are selected, specifically at the high school level? Do you test at all 5 schools that you have ranked before decisions are made? And second, do the schools select applicants in rounds? So basically just go over the, okay. And we have a lot of questions too about how many magnet schools you can apply for, how many of the others. So if you can just kind of give us a rundown of that again, sure. That would be really helpful.
Sure. Students may submit an application for up to 5 choices. So of those 5 applications, 5 choices, it can be any combination of PTech, magnet, dual language, OTI, transformation, any of those programs, but only 2 of them can be a magnet school. Because magnet schools comes with academic criteria and the student would have to sit for an assessment, we would only want the student to apply for 2 magnet schools. What happens, families? You will go and do the assessments for all of the programs that require an assessment. For the magnet school, you will go over to the campus, you will take the writing assessment, you will do the interview. For P-TECH, you will go to the campus, you will do the interview. For OTI, you will be placed in the random 50-50 socioeconomic lottery. What happens? All 5 of your choices are put in there. You will do the assessments. The campuses will take action on your application, and then based on how you prioritized your choices, that is how you will receive your acceptance. So it's very, very important how you prioritize your choices or your applications that you're putting in. You will do the assessments for all of the programs that require an assessment, or you will go through the random lottery.
Great. So basically, put your favorite schools first. This is what that ranking means.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
and remember, the ranking is based on space availability and how well you do on the assessments.
And also, we have the spaces available for each grade level for each school on the dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD website. It's within each of the programs. So if you are looking at a magnet schools, you can click on the magnet program icon, and there will be a PDF there that lists the openings for each grade level. So that can help you also decide which schools you're applying to, because you know, if there's 500 applicants and like 60 seats, you know, that might affect your chances. But definitely apply, because if you don't get your first one, then we'll move on to the second one, and so on. So make sure that you take advantage of applying to all 5 possibilities, because you know, just in case. And here's another question that's kind of general, and I don't know who wants to take this, but will there be, because we live in strange times these days, but will there be any allowances for COVID and testing scores? Many schools have minimum testing scores to be considered for entry. And, you know, we have some scores through what's called MAP, but STAR results are kind of, you know, they were suspended one year and just they were odd last year. So how does that work with the testing? And Nancy, since that maybe applies more to magnets, can you tell us how that works? Which scores will be used?
So we are using STAR 2021. If the students do not have any scores, STAR or MAP, so we are giving them 2 choices in case they don't have a STAR, we can take MAP. If they do not have MAP, we have a list of tests that we will take on our website for students who don't have those tests. So we can substitute one of those tests for the MAP or STAR. Also, students can request to be tested through their home school if they're enrolled in Dallas ISD, or they can request to be tested on a Saturday if they are not enrolled in Dallas ISD. But I would strongly encourage parents to look at the list of tests that we accept, because it is a big list. So you might not have a STAR or MAP test, but you might have something else that we can use in place of that. And it's on our dallasisd.org /magnet website.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, we are, because of the strange times, we are adapting and pivoting, and so we can offer all these opportunities to students. This is a question for P-TECH. and actually it's two questions that I'm kind of going to combine, but these parents, their child goes to a P-TECH school in 9th grade now, but they're moving from the area, and the school that the student's going to now is going to be pretty far. Can they transfer to another P-TECH program that will be closer? And also there is somebody who's moving to Arlington who would like to know if they can continue to attend their current school in Dallas ISD.
So
I believe
for
that's
that, thank you, Carmen. Both answers are yes and yes. So if they are wanting to transfer from one P-TECH to the next P-TECH, the only thing they need to do is to connect with the administrators at the new school to ensure that the pathways will transfer over, the hours will transfer over. But our partners are with, our partnership is with Dallas College, and so they should be okay. If they're moving to Arlington, students can still continue to attend the P-TECH programs in Dallas ISD. Now, we can't offer transportation from Arlington to Dallas, but they can definitely still continue to attend the program.
Okay, excellent. So yes, once your hours, we do everything to keep you, because these are great programs. So why would you want to leave? And I guess that is the question for all of the programs. Do you have to live in the Dallas ISD attendance zone to get enrolled in any of these programs or to apply? Keisha, I don't know if that's one that you want to take because it's pretty general.
I will take that one. Students may apply to magnet schools from outside of the district, but by board policy, we must make sure that our in-district students receive a seat first. If we no longer have qualified in-district students on our wait list, then seats may go to out-of-district students. For all of our other programs, out-of-district applications and students are welcomed.
Excellent. So, because this question came up a lot, and I'm just going to go ahead and answer it. Can you start applying now? Yes. The application's open. You can start applying now. And yes, you can save the application and come back. Like if you're missing some paperwork, because there are several documents that are part of the application, you can save your work and come back later and finish it, correct?
That is correct.
All right. And we're still working on the phone numbers that for them to be live. And we do apologize for the inconvenience. It was technical difficulties we weren't expecting, but we will come back and to those, and they should be available. The 925-5560 number should be available soon. So this is a question for Career Institutes. If my student attends the Career Institute, can he or she then attend college?
Of course, yes. Our Career Institute programs prepare students for both careers and for post-secondary as well. So yes, in fact, many of our programs have post-secondary continuing programs at Dallas College, or if they attend a four-year university, that is fine. We do prepare them for that as well. And we also offer some advanced placement courses on our campus.
Okay, excellent. And how many, we already covered how many schools we're able to apply to. I don't know if maybe we've had a lot of questions about the special education services and how that works with magnet schools and even pre-K. We do offer special education services at all of our schools, but I don't know if maybe Yesenia, you can talk a little bit about how pre-K works with special education services for our students in pre-K.
Yes, but I'm gonna have to rely on Nicole to be able to answer for the transformation and Keisha on the magnet schools for that process. But yes, so
For students that are special ed, yes, they can apply for pre-K, and it's just a general question I'm going to be answering for all schools. So based on the student's needs, then special ed services will be able to provide need, or in our traditional neighborhood schools, we do have pre-K collaboratives where it's a mixture of pre-K kids and special ed kids. But all those decisions are based on an ARD once a student is identified as special ed to be able to provide them with the best environment for each of the students.
Nicole or Nancy?
Hi. So for our transformation schools, we do invite our students with special needs to apply to our campuses as well. And what we will do is review your student's IEP and make sure that whatever campus you're applying to is able to provide those services for your student. And so in the event you apply to a campus that doesn't have programming or services that your campus or that your student needs, we'll be in contact with you.
Right. And Nancy, are the magnet programs also open to students who may need special education services?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Yes, they are. We do ask that the parents provide us with any accommodations, IEP, 504 plans that they may have, because the students do participate in an observation, and we want to make sure we have those accommodations for those students at the time they go to the school and take that on, participate in that observation process.
Great. And we do all these accommodations and plans that you're hearing about are part of the process that we use in the district. There's some testing, there's meeting with parents, we discuss what the plan is, and we move forward with that. It's the ARD process. And so if your child is getting special education services, you will go through that. And we have a very robust program. So definitely that's something that we look at when you apply, if you're not already in the district. So quick question about the ranking and the lotteries. I don't know, Keisha, if that's something you wanna tackle, but does finishing your application now give you an advantage as opposed to finishing it before the day before the deadline, which is January 31st? And also, how is the ranking done? Are they ranked equally into randomized lotteries no matter how they rank the school, or do students who rank as school number one have a better chance at the lottery if there is a lottery?
Okay. Submitting your application now or the last day, which is January 31st, has no bearing on if you will get a seat or not. All of the lotteries will be run the week of February the 21st. So you submit your application, you go through the assessments, and then the lottery will be run by programs on February 21st, and you will receive your notification on March 1st via your Choose Dallas ISD email portal. Now, it's very important, I keep saying it's very important how you prioritize your offerings, because what happens is once you select your offerings, you go through and do the assessments, the lottery is run for your school, you will receive an optimal acceptance based on how you prioritize. So for instance, if you have 5 choices, you select first choice, you didn't get into first choice because maybe there was an assessment and the student, you may be waitlisted. Let's say you're waitlisted at your first choice, you're waitlisted at your second choice, but your third choice, there was a randomized lottery, you receive an offer for your third choice. Choices 4 and 5 will go away, but you will remain on the wait list for choice 1 and choice 2. So it's very, very important how you rank them. So if choice 1 and 2 can later come back and say, oh, because you're waitlisted, we have a seat for you, you're able to accept that seat. Did that answer?
And if I could add,
Sure.
even if you submit an application today, you can still edit not only your rankings, but also your school selections up until January 31st. So definitely don't feel locked in to what you submit today. Once you hear information from the school expos and you see or are interested in another school that you may have not submitted on your application, then you can definitely go in and edit those choices and edit those rankings up until January 31st.
Yes, thank you, Jen.
Right. And we will have more, we have the open house virtual tours today, but the schools will be doing other open houses through November and December. So check out the school that you're interested in, check out their website to see if they list an open house. So you can, if you're still unsure, you can definitely do that. Or just call the school. Like if you're not able to attend some of these virtual tours, just call the school and ask them questions and see if they can do a virtual meeting with you. One thing to remember is that you're always guaranteed a spot in one of our neighborhood schools. So if you apply to all the 5 programs and you don't get into any of them, you will still have an opportunity to be in our neighborhood schools. And some of the neighborhood schools will be part of the expos that we're having on the 13th and December 4th. So definitely join us for that. And we will have more information about neighborhood schools in January. We're going to be doing some special things for those because our neighborhood schools also have really great programs. They just don't require an application. And that's what we're looking at these schools now, because the application window is now open and will be open until the 31st. So we don't have time because for much else, but I did want to ask this question from a very proactive parent. Their child is in 3rd grade, and is it too soon to start looking for a middle school? Who wants to take that one?
It's never too soon to start looking for or working on your child's future. Visit our school finder to find out a best fit school, whatever your student is interested in. Make sure you go to the virtual open houses to see what's available for your student. It is never too soon to begin looking for or working on your future.
Great. And also, if you've already been admitted to one of these magnet programs or P-TECH or OTI schools, or any of the other things, you don't have to apply every year. Like if you're already in, you just keep moving, as long as you're meeting all the requirements for those particular schools, you will just progress. You don't need to reapply. And the same thing for transfers. Unless there is an issue, you should be able to continue at that school till you move on from that school. So thank you. We had so many wonderful questions. We got a lot of them answered on the Q&A, and we have some more that we'll look at and add to the FAQ if they're not already on there. And I'd like to invite you to join our virtual tours that have already started. There will be the session right now at 11:30, and then the next one at 12:30. You can find those links at dallasisd.org/choose, right next to where you registered for this one. So please look at them. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been great. You've been a great audience. Thank you to our experts who provided so much great information. And if you still have questions, don't forget to join us. You can register, same website. You can register today for November 13th and for December 4th if you have more questions that are specific to the grade levels. Again, thank you so much. We hope that this was helpful. You'll be getting an email with a link to a survey because we're always wanting to get better and offer you better services. So let us know what worked, what didn't work, and we will really appreciate that feedback. Thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and hopefully we'll see you back here on November 13th.